All right, let's get right into it. The Delhi Capitals, man, they're at a real crossroads, aren't they? They've got the big names, they've got the ambition, but the one thing they don't have is the trophy. So this upcoming IPL 2026 auction, it's not just about a shopping spree for players, no. It's about fixing a team that, let's be honest, for all its promise, just completely underachieved.
And this is the number. They have to make it all happen. 21.8 crore. That is the war chest Delhi has to plug some serious gaps, solve those deep-rooted problems from last season, and finally build a team that can actually win the whole thing. Now, that's a decent chunk of change for sure, but every single rupee has to be spent with surgical precision.
And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because when you look at the roster, you see a team stacked with talent, led by Axar Patel. It's full of big names. So if the stars are already there, why in the world did they fail to even make the playoffs? What are the hidden cracks in this foundation?
So, to build the right blueprint, we first have to find those cracks. And believe me, on paper, Delhi's core looks absolutely formidable. You've got their captain, an all-round powerhouse, Axar Patel, leading the charge. This is a team that should be right up there, competing for the title. But, as we all know, games are not won on paper.
I mean, just look at the quality on this list. You've got a top-tier anchor in KL Rahul, a world-class spearhead in Mitchell Starc, and honestly, one of the best wrist spinners on the entire planet in Kuldeep Yadav. Then you throw in explosive overseas talent and some really promising young Indian players. On the surface, it looks incredible, right? But that's the thing. This star-studded roster, it's actually hiding the real problems.
And that is the absolute crux of it. All that individual brilliance just couldn't save them in 2025. Time and time again, the team fell apart, not because of a lack of talent, but because of critical structural flaws in how the squad was put together. It was a collection of amazing individuals, not a cohesive winning team.
And here they are, the three massive cracks that just shattered their campaign. First, an opening partnership in constant crisis, never getting them off to a good start. Second, a glaring weakness when it came to bowling at the death. And third, a total lack of a reliable power hitter to finish off games. The entire auction strategy has to be laser-focused on solving these three issues, period.
8. Just let that sink in. That's how many different, unsuccessful opening combinations Delhi tried in 2025, more than any other team in the league. That's not just a bit of bad luck. That's a sign of a complete systemic failure right at the top of the order. They never ever had a stable platform to build an innings from.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Individual quality cannot compensate for structural imbalance. You can have all the superstars you want, but if the team isn't balanced, if players don't have clear roles, you are going to get exposed under pressure. So that's the diagnosis. Now, let's talk about the cure.
Okay, we've laid out all the problems, so now, here it is. The 5-pillar blueprint designed to fix every single one of them. And look, this isn't about just going out and buying the biggest names available. It's about buying the right players for very specific roles that this team is so desperately missing.
Pillar number 1, and arguably the most critical need, the aggressive opener. Delhi simply cannot have another season of shaky, tentative starts. They need someone who grabs the game by the scruff of the neck from ball 1, who attacks in the power play and puts the other team's bowlers on the back foot right away. This role is absolutely non-negotiable.
And Ben Duckett fits that bill perfectly. He's a left-hander who plays with this relentless positive intent, which immediately creates tough angles for bowlers. I mean, a T20 international strike rate of over 169, that tells you everything you need to know. He's not just a big hitter, he's an expert at finding the gaps and would give Delhi that explosive start they've been crying out for.
Okay, next up is the role that probably cost them more games than any other last season, a death bowling specialist. We're talking about the guy you give the ball to in the 18th and 20th overs, and you just know he's got the skills and the nerve to get the job done under crazy pressure. Without this guy, any total you post feels vulnerable.
And who better to fill that role than Mitchell Starc? I mean, come on, a career IPL death overs economy of 8.68, that is just absolutely elite. His action is so unique, so slingy, and his accuracy with that Yorker, it makes him a total nightmare for any batter at the end of an innings. A guy like him could literally transform Delhi's entire bowling attack and, this is huge, take so much pressure off Mitchell Starc.
The third pillar is all about composure. Delhi's middle order has a lot of promise, but it's missing that battle-hardened finisher. We need someone who's been in those tight situations 100 times and knows exactly how to steer a chase home with cool, calculated aggression, not just swinging for the fences and hoping for the best.
So who do you call? David Miller. Killer Miller. With over 3,000 runs in the IPL, he brings precisely what Delhi needs: incredible situational awareness and a super calm head. He doesn't just smash it. He understands the rhythm of a chase, he knows which bowlers to target, and he can win games from positions that look totally hopeless. That's just pure, invaluable experience.
And to round out this whole blueprint, there are two more crucial pieces. First, a fast bowling all-rounder, someone like Matthew Forte, to add depth and balance to the side, giving the captain another great option with both bat and ball. And then a specialist power play seamer like Jacob Duffy, a guy who can partner up with Starc to really hunt for those early wickets and seize control right from the start.
Okay, so the plan is crystal clear, but can they actually afford it all? This is where the strategy has to meet reality. I mean, having a wish list is one thing, but executing it within a strict budget, that's the real game. Let's break down how that 21.8 crore could be spent.
Now this table really shows the kind of discipline they'll need. You can see the highest priority, Patharana, gets the biggest slice of the pie, followed by Duckett. The other targets, they're in a much more affordable bracket. This isn't about breaking the bank for one megastar. It's about smartly acquiring 5 specific solutions for a pretty reasonable combined cost.
And this chart gives you the big picture of the financial plan. About 3/4 of the entire purse is earmarked for securing those 5 key pillars. But, and this is so important, it leaves about 5 crore, or 24% as a cushion. That gives them the flexibility to get into a bidding war if they really have to, or to just pick up some valuable backup players. It's smart, flexible, and has a plan B built in.
So there you have it. The blueprint is in place. The targets have been identified. The budget is all mapped out. This strategy, if they pull it off, represents a massive shift in thinking for the Delhi Capitals. But the biggest challenge is still to come. Let's just pause on this for a second, because it says it all. This is a move away from just relying on individual brilliance and star power, and a move towards building a team with real structural balance and crystal clear roles. It's about shifting from reacting to problems mid-season to proactively building a team that is designed to win from day one. That's the huge philosophical leap they have to make. And this is maybe the most important takeaway, even if they don't land all 5 targets. Just securing those 2 most critical pieces, that aggressive opener and that specialist death bowler, would be completely transformative. It would fix their 2 biggest weaknesses and immediately make them a much, much tougher team to beat. So, they had the plan, they have the money, they have a clear vision for how to turn this team of talented individuals into a genuine championship-winning unit. The blueprint itself is pretty much perfect. But the real question, the one that matters most, is when the pressure is on and the bids start flying in that auction room, can they hold their nerve and actually execute it? That right there is what will define their entire season.